perfect timing. I'm over at the school today filming the Friday message. And we have a parable this coming Sunday. And I want you to think about it in this way. When we hear a parable, at least some people argue that parables can reflect the message to us so they become a mirror or they become a window that we look out upon. So as I read this parable for this coming Sunday, the 25th Sunday in Ordinary Time, just think about it in those terms and how do you kind of see it? So Jesus told his disciples this parable. The kingdom of heaven is like a landowner who went out at dawn to hire laborers for his vineyard. After agreeing with them for the usual daily wage, he sent them into his vineyard. Going out about 9 o'clock, the landowner saw others standing idle in the marketplace, and he said to them, "You too go into my vineyard, and I will give you what is just." So they went off. And he went out again around noon and around 3 o'clock, and he did likewise. Going out around 5 o'clock, the landowner found others standing around and said to them, "Why do you stand here idle all day?" They answered, "Because no one has hired us." He said to them, "You too go into my vineyard." When it was evening, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, "Summon the laborers and give them their pay, beginning with the last and ending with the first." When those who had started about 5 o'clock came, each received the daily wage. So when the first came, they thought they would receive more, but each of them also got the usual wage. And on receiving it, they grumbled against the landowner, saying, "These last ones worked only 1 hour, and you made them equal to us, who bore the day's burden and the heat." He said to one of them in reply, "My friend, I am not cheating you. Did you not agree with me for the usual daily wage? Take what is yours and go. What if I wish to give this last one the same as you? Or am I not free to do as I wish with my own money? Are you envious because I am generous? Thus the last will be first, and the first will be last." It's a powerful gospel message, certainly, that we hear. And years ago in my study of Christian spirituality, certainly the Ignatian spin on that, Ignatius of Loyola says to his disciples, the Jesuits, he says to them, treating everyone equally does not always look the same. And that's treating everyone equally does not always look the same. And I think that applies to today's gospel selection. It's the landowner who's made the agreement with everybody, and he pays them as he sees fit. Some people disagree with it. Some people don't like it. But as we kind of look at that parable today, is it a reflection on us? What do we learn about ourselves, if it is? And if we're looking at the kingdom, maybe looking through a window, what do we see about the kingdom that we agree with or we disagree with? Do we agree with the landowner? Do we agree with the way people are treated? One of my professors once said this about God. He said, we're really afraid in the end that God's going to do this. And parents understand it. When brothers and sisters get in a fight, maybe the little one gets the short end of the stick and comes crying. More than likely, God's going to pick us up, hold us close to his breast, pat us on the back, and tell us in the end, everything's going to be okay. It's not going to change things, maybe, but love us even more in a different way, maybe a little more gently. So today we have a gospel that kind of reveals some of that. The earlier ones that were hired didn't like that they got the usual daily wage, but that's what they agreed to. So are we envious because God is generous? And in the end, won't God be generous to us? So have a great weekend. It's supposed to be a beautiful weekend. Get outside, enjoy, go for a walk, enjoy fall as it's starting to come to us very quickly, and enjoy the blessings God has bestowed upon us. Take care and God bless.